What a view! I'm deliberately zooming in towards the mountains of Jerusalem, and indeed Jerusalem is back there in the distance. Further south of it, Bethlehem is on the top of the ridge, now in the center of the camera. Hebron is further down south, and the greener hills that are closer to us, one of them is the site of Azekah. Azekah is a place where Goliath appeared to battle against the Israelites and their representatives, David. Now, the name Goliath itself might indicate where he came from. Goliath from Gath. And where is Gath? That is an archaeological riddle which has perhaps been solved only in the last few years. I am standing here on the top of es-Safi. Es-Safi is the Arabic name for this big high mound that has a fantastic view of the coastal plain, of the Judean low hills, of the main southern coastal plain that also controls the Via Maris, the international highway. Whoever controls this hilltop controls a major tract of land, and indeed this is perhaps the site of Blanche-Garde, the medieval fortress of the Crusaders. But if this is indeed Gath, what are the chances of finding remains from the Philistines? Let's check it out. This is definitely an archaeological park. Here you can see pottery shards on the floor. And this, in my humble opinion, is a round tower that could be associated with the medieval fortress of Blanche-Garde. Again, a strategical location from the Crusaders' point of view to monitor their kingdom and towards Gaza, Ashkelon, and Ashdod, the three Philistine cities which are now connected to Muslim Egypt. It is a warning station, as Ashkelon remained in the hands of the Muslims until 1149. This was supposed to guard Jerusalem of any Muslim attack. But I'm here for a different reason. I'm here as looking for evidence from biblical times, and especially what I want to share with you is the fantastic finds made at the lower part of the mound that could relate to the Ark of the Covenant. Look at these massive walls. There's both a natural hill here with the rock, white rock exposed, which gave it its Arabic name. Es-Safi means the bright mound. Some locals are using this beautiful weekend to do some off-roading with their ATVs. But over the natural white bedrock, there's a clear layer of massive construction which collapsed. Some of it relates to the medieval construction, but some of it undoubtedly goes back to the time of the Philistines. Besides housing the ark, Gath up to the 9th century was a mini kingdom. We know of one king called Achish. David at some point appealed to him, trying to get some plot in his land. It says that he drooled over the gate. There are some surprising finds that relate to this story as well. Wait till the end of the video. But by the 9th century, the Aramaic kingdom attacked and conquered and destroyed Gath. Gath did not continue to exist as a mighty city after the 9th century BC. Now, what are the chances that I'm going to get down from here to show you the important discoveries made at the lower city without falling? One way to find out. As you descend, even 3,000 years later, the steep ascent of these past massive fortifications stand out very clearly. And the view this hilltop provides demonstrates its ancient significance. Okay, that was a close fall, but I made it. Some ancient caverns used today by wild animals. I noticed a fox before. Ooh, this seems interesting. Some burial cave, perhaps? Okay, looks like we're gonna have to turn here. Okay, that was one slip. some more caves up here. Anything interesting here? Hope a fox doesn't jump at me. אהלן.
אתה אומר עליי עם הפחד גבהים שלי, תראה איך הוא רץ.
אתה כמעט נופל כל פעם. So I'm not the only one here. Okay, finally reaching the lower city, and in one piece. This area was excavated, the whole site in fact was excavated by Bar Ilan University expedition led by Professor Aaron Mayer, who I had the honor to be his student for pottery some 20 years ago. And in the recent seasons, in the last seasons of excavations, they found, I believe right here at the bottom of the valley, evidence of a gate. Yes, here we go. You can clearly see the squares of excavations. And this is where the team believes the city gate used to be. And that is quite interesting because the Bible tells us that after David, oh my God, I can't believe this. Philistine pottery. How amazing. Okay, so the Bible tells us that David may have defeated Goliath, but later Saul really didn't like the attitude of this young charismatic leader, and David had to flee for his life, escaping at different locations, including the Judean desert. At some point, David goes to Achish, king of Gath, the former enemy. Yes, Gath is the city from where Goliath came from. But at some point, David comes to him and tries to find asylum in his city. He offers him a treaty. Let me join you and fight against Saul. Against Saul. And Achish seems to be convinced, but his generals say, Don't go for this. Don't believe that crook. He is fooling you. And David then pulls out another trick and tries to drill like a madman in his gate, says the text. Is this the very gate where that happened? Well, I'm filming now in the winter, in between the seasons of excavation, so all the finds are covered up. But there is definitely evidence here of a brick wall. A brick wall which may have been part of a lower city gate. But another discovery made just here around the corner could be attributed to religious activity, could be related to the Ark of the Covenant. Here it is. Okay, again, it doesn't look very impressive, but when this area was excavated, they actually found here a cultic center, including a very interesting typical Philistine altar. A Philistine altar that had only 2 horns, which is a major difference from the Judean altar, which always has 4 horns. We don't know what it means, but this is apparently a symbol for Philistine religious behavior. If this was the place where there was a temple, maybe the Ark of the Covenant, after captured by the Philistines, after being placed in Ashdod but causing a plague, it was brought over here to Gath. But aware of what it did before, they didn't place it on the hilltop, but rather in the lower city temple. It didn't help them according to the Bible, as it caused a plague again. And the people of Gath then sent it to the city of Ekron, from one Philistine city to another. Was this the place where the ark rested? That is a mind-boggling possibility. And for the next site, the site of Ekron, you'll have to follow me on my next vlog. So please hit like and hit subscribe not to miss my next vlogging from biblical sites across the Holy Land. And the next one will be biblical Philistine Ekron. Bye for now.